Hey, what's going on everybody? My name is Jay and welcome to the Shiplife. So in cruise news today, there is a possibility that Carnival Cruise Lines may be removing the newly installed virtual muster drill that has made things a lot easier for passengers during the start of their cruise. This is all due to passengers simply not doing the muster drill in a timely manner. Today we will be going over the details, possible alternatives, and why I do believe this situation could affect the entire cruise ship industry as a whole. So before we sail into today's topic, I do want to first take some time out and personally thank all of you that congratulated me for reaching 100,000 subscribers. Very big milestone. I don't want to dwell too much on that. Still catching up on all the thank you emails and whatnot. But also I want to apologize, guys. I took a much needed day off. Not only was I exhausted for putting out so many videos to get to 100,000 subscribers, I also had some family stuff going on. Most of you are aware. So I had to take care of all that, and I spent yesterday catching up on emails, and I'm still catching up. But either way, guys, I got news coming out now. I got news coming out later. Playing catch up today. It's a giant catch up day. But anyway, let's talk about what's going on with Carnival Cruise Lines, as I believe this could inevitably affect other cruise lines should something change with Carnival, because, well, they are one of the largest cruising companies in the entire world. Not just Carnival, but the Carnival Corporation. Anyway, most of us have sailed on board a cruise ship, so you do know what the muster drill is, safety, boat drill, whatever it is that you want to call it. If you don't know, it is an exercise that involves the crew members and staff on board. They help assist all of the passengers and help them understand what the safety evacuation procedures would be in the event of an emergency. It is required by maritime law. The cruise lines cannot just skip it. However, things are done a little bit differently now. Pre-pandemic, you'd all go and get on the ship, and before the ship would set sail, you'd pack in a room, whether it be the theater or maybe the casino, like sardines, and they'd explain, you know, how the safety devices work, where you're going to meet if there is an emergency, so on and so forth. However, during the pandemic, things changed during the big cruise shutdown, and then, of course, last year in 2021, the cruise restart. They had what was known as the Emuster drill, or a virtual muster drill, in which you would usually watch a video in your room and then you would just simply check in at your muster station. A lot of people have found this to be obviously easier than the original muster drill, and obviously I know we all agree. I definitely agree. I don't want us to go back. Now the problem is right now with Carnival, there are a lot of passengers that are going to the muster drill late. They're forgetting to go there, or maybe a lot of them by choice. They're starting they're drinking a little bit earlier and they're not going there. Now here's the thing with this situation. Like I said, it's required by maritime law, and if they fail to comply, the cruise lines that is, they could face hefty penalties, especially in major cruise ports like the largest cruise port in the world, Port Miami, and also in Port Canaveral. It just creates a giant problem. So earlier this month, on March 12th, the Carnival Mardi Gras set sail at full capacity for the first time. It had 6,100 passengers on board, and this inevitably created a problem, along with other factors like the fact that it's spring break, meaning you have a lot of younger people that are on board, a lot of people that have maybe never even cruised before in their life. So inevitably what happened is, whenever the boat drill came around, the ship was supposed to set sail for its sail away at about 4 p.m. and 15 minutes prior at about 3:45, you still had the cruise director calling over 300 people to go do their boat drills. Now, you have to understand the domino effect that happens here and the logistics that are involved with cruise ship operations. Think of the cruise ship industry, if you can relate to this better, maybe like an airport. You got to understand that there is a very strict time schedule, and if anybody is behind, well, it puts everybody else behind. And the difference between like an airport versus like a cruise ship a port or a terminal, there's really only one way in, one way out, like one main area where the ships can go in and out. So let's say if there is a delay with the Carnival Mardi Gras, there are other cruise ships, there are other private ships and yachts, and there are military vessels that all need to use that same way out to get out. So it puts everybody behind. There's no alternative. At an airport, however, there can be adjustments made. They can change another airstrip from a takeoff to a landing strip or vice versa. So you understand either way the logistics that are involved. Just trying to make it as simple as I can. Now, there are alternatives that cruise lines are looking at, because as of right now, I know the last thing Carnival wants to do is to go back to the traditional muster drill where everybody, again, is crowded like sardines in one particular area. Nobody from the crew to the passengers enjoyed that. They're looking at things like maybe possibly having you pick up your key card in order to get into your room at your muster station. They're talking about maybe they're going to cut off the privilege or use for you to be able to buy drinks and services and make reservations for your dinners. All that stuff you won't be able to do until you've checked into your muster station. They're also talking about maybe having fees and penalties and stuff like that for the passengers that check into their muster stations late. Now, I will say that most of these will inevitably cause more problems. It's like a snowball effect, right? It's a chain reaction. If you do something somewhere else, it's going to cause problems someplace else, and it's something a lot of passengers just simply are not going to be happy with. I do like the key card idea. I know that other cruise lines out there are starting to implement some of these procedures and policies, and I do believe it could work down the road. But either way, I guess we'll just have to see. Now, I will say one thing, that if this does happen, and let's say Carnival, I don't know, just looking forward, if they do inevitably go back to the traditional style of muster drills, then yes, it will affect NCL, Royal Caribbean, MSC, at least in a general standpoint. I don't think it would happen as a whole, because obviously a lot of people are happy with where the muster drill is right now. But we'll have to see what happens. Anyway, guys, of course, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I tried to make this video as quick as possible. Like I said, I got other videos coming out later. I got meetings and possible partnerships and sponsorships I got to talk to now that I've hit 100K, which, again, thank you so much, by the way, guys. But either way, again, let me know your comments in the comment section below. On your way out, of course, hit that like button, share this video so more people can see it, and just know that I appreciate every single one of you. I'll see you later on today. Take it easy.